Hey everybody, Crystal Kitsuna here, and I'm big, so that must mean, well, bigger than normal. And you see my face, because I don't normally do these, have my face on, or my face up when I'm doing gaming videos much anymore, but you see me, so that must mean it's time for the Universal Yums box, and you're right, it is time for the Universal Yums box. I got it right here. I don't know where it's from, although I said might be from Japan, but I don't think it is. I brought it in and I looked at the thing. It doesn't look like Japan, so I don't know where it's from. A few things though. I did mention about my hair in the last video when I was playing Where in the USA is Coming San Diego, and back then it was the color that I wanted it to be. Right now, actually, it's pink, ish, when it was purple. Um, I bought a box of purple hair color and went over the pink that was already on it, and I had purple hair for like 2 weeks. And then it washed out to this, which is kind of like a bubblegum pink now, which is what I wanted in the first place. It looks kind of ragged because it's like it's been up, and I took it down so I could show you guys what it looks like, and it looks like I haven't brushed my hair in a couple weeks. Um, but that'll just sit back here for now. Also, I wanted to show off the tablet that I got. This is the tablet that I got from Walmart from using the savings catcher receipt money. It took about 4 months of just putting in the codes every week because I'd go to Walmart every week. And sometimes it would only be a couple cents, sometimes it would be a couple dollars. I've been a couple times that I got like $10 back, so it all depends on what you buy. But this is the tablet. It has like a keyboard with it. So like it's kind of like a mini computer almost, and it's like a hard uh thing, and it comes off with magnets, so it's like this. So you got your keyboard here, your tablet here, so you can take it apart if you want to. If you don't want the keyboard for some reason, you like can take it off for uh if you just want to use the tablet, but then just snaps back together like that. And there you go. So that's the tablet I got. It's an RCA Viking Pro. So, if you're into like get a nice, good, sturdy tablet. So far, I haven't had any complaints about this. It's nice and runs everything really smoothly. I have like a bunch of apps on this that there's like 16 gigs or 32 gigs or something like that, and it's got like a lot of space for all my stuff, even stuff that I don't normally get. So I've got like a bunch of apps and things. So anyway, that's the tablet sitting right here. But let's get to the thing that we were here for. We're all here for. This is, maybe it's Russia. It says Ring of Fire, and it has like a picture of a building on the bottom of it. So we'll find out. Or it could be Turkey or something. Did we get turkey from these people, or did we get that from Snack Crate? I don't remember. But anyway, so that's open now, and I got my drink in case there's stuff in here that I don't like the taste of, which is quite possible because it's from a different country, and you never know with different countries and stuff. So we are from. Oh, there's a lot of stuff in here. Oh, the Philippines. Oh, I was close. When I was reading the thing on the last one, it said something about I forgot what it was, but it's the Philippines. So that's pretty cool. I haven't gotten anything from the Philippines before. Here's a picture of where the Philippines are. Yep, over there. There we go. It's like a little island. And here is the thing that we got, so we could find out about the Philippines, and then we get to find out all what we got in here. So the Philippines is around. We got Taiwan. There's China, Vietnam, Malaysia, Indonesia, and then up higher would be Japan. So it's all in that sort of area right there. So we get to start off with all the stuff that we get this time. Okay, so we got Boy Bawang Barbecue, which is this barbecue flavor, corn chips. So that's cool. Then we got Pinnipig Poloveron, toasted rice flavored shortbread, which is Where is it? That's not it. Oh, it's in the package. I always forget like this little tiny package on the inside. That's this little thing. Then we got some cupcake, which is a cupcake with assorted flavors. I got a cheesy cheese one. Cheesy cheese cupcake. That's kind of weird. Leslie's cheesy corn crunch, which is probably like Cheetos. Cheddar jalapeno flavor, so that's interesting. Fudgy bar cake with cream filling, so that's this. We got a lot of stuff. Jeez, so much stuff to try. Then we got some oishi pillows, which is ube filled crackers. Cookies with ube cream filling. Now, if you don't know what ube is red yams or something. And a lot of the Japanese have ube flavored stuff. They use it a lot. Purple sweet potatoes or purple yams or something. And they have like ube flavored ice cream, ube with those things that I used to get all the time. And then they got these things here, which are Mr. Mai's chewy sweet corn candy with butter filling, which are these. And then you got the Mr. Buko's, which are Buko Pandan chewy candy with milk filling, which are those. Okay, so like I said, we got a crap ton of stuff this time. So let's go ahead and start with the corn chips, because that's what the first thing was corn chips. And we got a butt ton of stuff this time, so they must have really had a lot of fun with the Philippines. So here are our barbecue corn chips. That's a sweet barbecue flavor. And the last thing that we had, the last place that we went had corn chips that were barbecue flavored. Well, these ones are a lot more airy. Like, they're not super hard. Like, usually corn chips, like corn nuts and whatever, like you go to bite down on them, it's like, you know, really hard. These are actually like really light and airy. They're kind of like the corn, or those little nut things that you get. What are those things called? They're like peanuts with coating on them. Yeah, whatever. Well, there's that. Those aren't too bad. And then we'll try the polvoron, the rice flavored shortbread, which is this little doohickey here. It's got like sugar on the top. Not too bad. Crumbly though. A little hard to bite into because the stuff's been in the refrigerator. I think if it wasn't in the refrigerator, it wouldn't be that hard. I forget to take these things out of the refrigerator. That's my bad though. So since we just did a sweet thing, the next thing is actually this, well, it's cheese flavor, so it might not be sweet. Well, it's gonna do like salty sweet, but I don't think that really matters because sometimes some things that you think are sweet or salty are usually the opposite. So like this thing here, it's a cupcake. It's a cupcake, and it's looks like it should be sweet, but it's cheese flavor, so you don't know what that's gonna taste like. I never had a cheese flavored cupcake before. Like, usually it's always just sweet stuff. Yep, what it tastes like. It's the consistency of a cupcake. This is weird. But the flavor is like those biscuits that you get. the Pillsbury biscuits that are cheese flavored, because they do or did. I don't know if they still make them or not. But they used to have these biscuits that were like flaky layers, and they also had like the other ones, the flaky ones. That were cheese flavor, and that's what it tastes like. I don't think they make them anymore because I got some biscuits here a while back. The only thing that they had was honey flavored, flaky layers, and barely any of the other like regular flaky old fashioned kind. Okay, so that's that. There's like a lot of cheese flavored things. We got like three things that were cheese flavored, or just two. I guess I'm kind of like putting the barbecue thing in that because barbecue and cheese seems to be like the biggest thing so far of these things that we've eaten from these different countries. It's either cheese flavor or barbecue flavor or something like that. And luckily I have scissors because I can't get into the bag to save my life. Little tiny pair of scissors, which is good for opening the box because then I don't have to worry about cutting myself on it with a knife or something. So here is the jalapeno cheddar corn crunchy cheesy Cheeto knockoff. We immediately taste the jalapeno. Like, jalapenos got that weird tang flavor to it. Well, at least flavoring of jalapeno. Immediately you can taste the jalapeno. But essentially it's like a Cheeto, but like with not that much like radioactive orangeness. I mean, it has some of it on there, but not nearly as bad because it's not that prominent on my finger. I mean, Cheetos are like, you stick your finger in a Cheeto, and you come back with a coating of Cheeto dust. And these ones aren't that bad, and they're not spicy at all. It says outrageously spicy and cheesy. If this was, spicy the way it says it is, my mouth would be on fire right now, and it's not. And I usually don't like spicy things either, so spicy things are usually no bueno for me. But it's fine for me. So let's go ahead and try this fudgy bar. It's a chocolate cream filled chocolate cake bar. Now, I always feel apprehensive about chocolate from other countries. Because of the fact that, I mean, besides if it's not from like Switzerland or, the capital chocolate makers, if it's any other place, I kind of feel a little apprehensive because I've had like Ukrainian chocolate and some like other European chocolates that's not that great. So I kind of feel like it looks super delicious. I mean, you see this, and it's like a big old bar of, chocolate cake, and it's got filling in the middle. So you think it's gonna taste like really, really good, but then you get a bite of it, and it's like that weird tasting chocolate, and then you kind of feel like disappointment. I am disappointed. Well, I didn't really hit any of the filling. I mean, to me, the chocolate cake kind of tastes like your lame-ass attempt at making chocolate cake. No offense. Like, it's just chocolate cake. Like, chocolate cake mix. That's all this is. And it's got some filling in it, which you can't really tell because it's, like, so far in there or so whatever. You can't really taste it. I'm not saying it's bad. It just tastes like chocolate cake without any frosting on it. So it's kind of boring. Sorry. Okay, so then we only got 3 things left. We got these ube things, and then we got these 2 candies. So here are the ube pillows, which are like cracker cookie things filled with ube flavoring. Now, ube, like I said, is mostly like Japan or whatever that I know of, but I guess they must do it in the Philippines too. Or maybe that's where they originate from, and then the Japanese kind of took over or something. I don't know. But they're these little pockets. They're adorable. Kind of reminds me of something. I had some. I mean, it's kind of like cereal, like or whatever. It kind of reminds you of like a cereal, like shredded wheat, frosted shredded wheat. But I had something. Uh, I'm trying to remember. It was like a long time ago. They had like these little squares, and they were like filled with something. Maybe it was like the Butterfinger BB, or they were like the Butterfinger, they're butter things. They were shaped like this, and it was peanut butter flavored, and it had like crispy outside and a peanut butter inside, and it was like before Butterfinger BBs and before, um, I think they were made by Planters. Now that I'm reminding myself, they came in a package, much like this. I think it was maybe a little bit taller, and they were flat like this, and you bit into them, and they had chocolate, and they were really good, and then they stopped making them. They're not really crackers. They're like little cookies. And they don't taste that bad. They're not definitely like the peanut butter ones, but they're not that bad. But I don't know why, like, I thought about those, like, all of a sudden. Those peanut butter things. That's so weird. Like, I used to buy them, like, all the time. Like, we used to when we used to go to the store. I was allowed one thing from the store. And I would usually buy those because they're really good. I would usually end up all eating them all up at once, but they were still really good. Okay, so let's read up about the Philippines here up at the front. Oh wait, we still have these two things. So this is the Mr. Mai's sweet corn flavored. Corn is another thing. It's like a don't fall. Okay, that's disgusting. Who the fuck? Unless you really like corn. I mean, oh, I just took like a little nibble off that. Hurt my tooth, but who would want that? This is a Buko pandan flavored chewy candy with milk filling. I don't know what a Buko is. Hopefully it's not corn. It's green, so I'm thinking it's something green related. I hate chewy candy. Always gets stuck in my teeth. Well, I can't really tell what this is supposed to be, but I mean, it tastes better than corn. Okay, let's quickly run through this thing here in the front. Okay, so Kumwang Kanaba. Not familiar with this phrase? In the Philippines, you won't go more. Oh, I should get in the frame. You won't go more than a few hours without hearing it. This is common greeting used to welcome guests and means "Have you eaten?" in Tagalog, the native language of the country. If there's one thing that connects the 7,100 islands that make up the Philippines, it's a strong cultural emphasis on food. Filipino cuisine stands at the heart of every festival and family event, reflecting the country's indigenous roots and diverse history. If you were asked to compare Filipino food to another country's cuisine, you'd probably be stumped. Why? Because there's nothing quite like it. Often called the original fusion food, Filipino cuisine combines Eastern and Western ideas, as is influenced by Chinese, Spanish, and American traditions. There are countless variations across the country's many regions, but The Filipinos' dishes are often characterized by bold, zesty ingredients, sweet and sour flavors. And in regards to the questions above, we really hope you haven't eaten, because you're about to experience some of the country's most delicious food fusion. You'll find a Spanish-style polvoron, flavored with sticky rice, as well as a unique Filipino spin on the dessert, which is like those, like when we got those discs, little discs from Mexico. They're like made out of peanuts or whatever, and they're like really fine powder pressed together in a little disc. That's what it reminded me of, and that's what it's inspired by. Um, Not only does the phrase "kumain ka na ba" illustrate the importance of food in the Filipino culture, it also reflects the warm and welcoming nature of its people. Filipinos are widely known as some of the best hosts in the world. They'll openly invite anyone into their homes, cook them food, lots of food, and do their best to make them feel comfortable. We hope that just after a few bites, you too will feel right at home in their world of delicious yums. And it's Mashayahan. Enjoy! I think my neighbor over there, the girl, or the woman, the wife, um, she is actually, uh, I think she's Filipino. And it actually makes sense because she always gives us food. Not always, but like one Thanksgiving, she brought her husband brought over her husband's colored, but I think that makes sense because they would bring us food ever so often. And there was like a little thing here at the back to make your own volcano, which is kind of looks like a lava lamp. You need an empty water bottle or glass, one bottle of vegetable oil, water, food coloring, and Alka-Seltzer. Fill the bottle with most of the way with vegetable oil, leaving only an inch at the top. Fill the rest of the bottle with water. Since water is denser, it will sink to the bottom under the oil. And a few drops of red food coloring, this will also sink to the bottom. Break an Alka-Seltzer tablet into small pieces and drop it into the bottle one at a time. Watch your volcano erupt into activity. As the reaction slows down, add more Alka-Seltzer. So that's the Philippines. Um, Hopefully you enjoyed this video and enjoyed my wacky hair. I wish it would have been more purple. I'm actually kind of disappointed that it turned pink. um, but what you gonna do? And you saw the tablet, and I told you guys that you should sign up for the savings catcher if you guys go to Walmart a lot. Um, like it doesn't work for everyone, so don't be disappointed if you don't get like a bunch of bucks back, but everything helps. You know, every little bit helps, and you can just order things right off the internet. I ended up getting the tablet, but I ended up getting some other stuff with the leftover money that I had, and got it within a couple days. And it just takes it right out of the savings, so you don't have to pay anything else unless you go over, and then you have to pay the extra. But usually everything, if it's covered within the whole amount of your savings, then it'll just take it right out and give you the balance, and then you go from there. So it's a pretty neat little idea, and I'm glad that my mother and my grandmother told me about it and got me into it. Otherwise I wouldn't have this really neat tablet. So thanks for watching, everyone. Sorry that the video haven't, like, it took for a while for this to come in, so I'm sorry it took so long for me to get here. And I hadn't done anything since a week ago, mainly because my mother and her new boy toy, or whatever you want to call him, have moved down here, not here, but down at my uncle's house. So they're here permanently now. And they come by once in a while, and then I kind of just, I mean, they don't stay all day, so it's not like I don't have any excuse. I just kind of, I don't know. I have no excuse, just for me being lazy, I guess. But I did get the snack crate, or the snack box, so you got to see the Philippines, and I'll do another gaming video here in a couple of days, hopefully. And like I've been doing like a lot of MMO games recently. One of the last videos that I did was me doing Terra. Well, I'm kind of off Terra now. Not for any bad reason. I was like, I played Terra up to like level 65, and that's the cap. And you can do other characters, but the only thing I don't like about Terra is that it starts you at the beginning at the same place, no matter where you go. So like or what you are. If you're Castanic, you start there. If a potpourri, you start there. If you're a human, you start there. And it's the same beginning quest and the beginning island for everything. And it gets kind of boring. And then you have to do the same quest line throughout the whole, world until you get to the end. So there's like no diversity there. That's kind of sucks. And I try to go through some of the old games that I used to, but for some reason, like all of the older games that I used to, I'm either really like spoiled by how Terra ran, but I went through like Flife, which was an old game that I played back like 10 years ago. I didn't like the controls on it. Tried Mabinogi, didn't like the controls on it. Tried, what was the other one I tried? Oh, I was going to do Perfect World International, didn't like the controls on that either. And all the characters look really shitty. I had like 3 characters on Perfect World because I played the game before and I remembered my account, and I didn't like the character. I didn't want to. I started a new character, but I didn't like the way that the whole thing's set up now, and it's like really stupid. And Mabinogi, or Naji, or however it's pronounced, I didn't like that setup either. And I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Like, all these games that I used to play, I remember using the freaking arrow keys to play the game because I don't do WASD. I can't do that because I'm left-handed. So all my controls are mouse pad, key, arrow keys, and they wouldn't let me do the arrow keys for PWI. And another one that I did was Jade Dynasty, and that was made by the same people that did Perfect World, but they're closing it out permanently in June. So I was like, fuck, well, I can't play that game now, because I'll just get into it and then they'll close it out. But the one that I did find finally was Rift, and so far it's kind of like Terra, but not as pretty as Terra. So, I mean, but it's set up in the same way to where, like, it's arrow keys, and mouse to, like, do the camera and stuff, and the attacks are basically the same. And everything's in a hotbar, and you got a lot of things. Like, it's got, like, well, I'm not going to tell you all about things, but it's a little bit more interesting than the other games that I tried all day today. So, anyway, I don't think I'll be putting anything about Rift on here, so don't worry. But if you want to check it out, you can. It's rift.com. It goes through Steam, so you could search it on Steam and it'll come up. Same thing with Terra. Terra didn't come up. Yeah. No, Mabinogi came up through Steam. And I think Terra came up through Steam too. Oh, and I also tried Lord of the Rings Online. Now, I liked Lord of the Rings Online, except for there's a paywall. You get through to the Lone Lands, and then after you're stuck on the Lone Lands, because some of the stuff is higher than you are, but once you get past that eventually, you're stuck unless you pay to open up other areas, which is stupid. So, Lord of the Rings Online, good to start with, but it ended up disappointing me. Okay, so I'm going to quit, complaining about things now, and I'm going to let you guys go. Thanks again for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye.